Come on, do your thing. Shout and be convincing. We need recruits. Our numbers are falling.
It's your turn to dance and sing. I'm exhausted. The Mist War will still be there tomorrow. Join the battle for the Mists. Defend our world. Geniuses and others needed to keep evil at bay. Come one, come all. We'll never get recruits. These dust bunnies have no interest in gut-wrenching, mind-blowing war. The Mists are too exclusive.
I fought for years in the Mist War. I know what it's like. You know nothing.
You remember the freak snowstorm all those years ago?
I remember huddling in the caverns until it was over.
A few of us went out to play in it. To this day, I'm not sure it was snow.
The magic is in the minutia, as my mentor always used to say.
What in the alchemy does that mean exactly?
It means triple check every detail if you don't want to blow up the lab.
Should I choose Hydron, Synergen, or Opticalium?
You don't choose a crew. The crew chooses you.
Well, I'm a genius, and geniuses get to choose their own crews.
Geniuses start their own crews, but you won't have to worry about that either.
Have you reviewed my latest research proposal yet? What are your thoughts?
It has potential, but I'm worried about the explosive nature of the work.
You believe it could revolutionize our field and make people rethink their most basic beliefs?
I think it could blow up in your face. Add some safety protocols.
You dynamics people are all the same. If you can't attach it to a golem, you blow it up.
We work on the edge for the sake of progress. I mean, who's ever heard of a bridge transforming society?
How quickly they forget. Perhaps you remember a little event called the Great Exodus?
Yes. In fact, wasn't it a statics crew that unearthed the destroyer nest in the first place?
My latest invention is a process through which dust transforms into potable water.
Technically, a process is not an invention, but a discovery.
My next invention will be a closure system for your oral orifice.
You fool. You're mistaken. The eternal alchemy doesn't control the reaction.
The eternal alchemy controls every reaction.
The catalyst controls the reaction. The eternal alchemy dictates the variables.
My brother once threw a rock at the golem that patrols our street.
Wow. That's incredibly stupid. What happened?
It crushed the rock and then carried my brother by the ears back to the peacemakers. Did you hear about the big explosion?
My dad said that the inquest blew it up. I hate them. They're mean.
I heard it was destroyers. Did you know water runs uphill there now?
No way. That's incredible.
How does the day find you, Peacemaker?
Like every other day, by forcing sunlight between my eyelids.
The stench of Hylic emanates from every pore in my body.
Tell me about it. As soon as I get home, I plan to scrub my body from ears to toes.
My ears itch, but I'm afraid to scratch until I wash the Hylic secretions off my hands.
You look exhausted. You're working too hard.
You know what they say, a rotating cog amasses no sporophyte.
You've not spent a lot of time in the jungle, have you?
Those golems are acting up again. I think they need a complete memory purge.
They don't actually have a memory. Just a list of directives compiled in a neural nexus.
Huh. Well, someone should check that then.
Have you ever attended a council session at the Ministerial House?
Oh my, no. That sounds dreadfully boring. Administrative discussions exhaust me.
Actually, they're quite entertaining and enlightening. Participation is encouraged.
Participating isn't really my thing. I'd rather complain about the process afterwards.
So, what should we do in the case of a golem uprising?
Impossible. The sedition inhibitor prevents any insurgent behavior.
And if someone determined a way to suppress the inhibitor?
Well, then we die or we bow down to our new golem overlords.
Enemy detected.
Error. Code 46. Logic fault. Combat mode terminated.
You have a great day now.
Is that a threat or a prediction?
Does the Inquest have any current plans involving the Peacemaker golems?
None that I'm at liberty to discuss.
Just give me some warning before you activate anything.
Seems like Inquest has set their sights on Opticalium. I'm actually afraid at work.
Would you rather slog through the swamp harvesting Hylix secretions?
When you put it that way, I guess a few moments of terror every now and then are bearable.
I'm glad to be taking a break from crew duty. The lab has been harrowing lately.
We've definitely taken a hit to our safety record.
It's the price we pay for being on the cutting edge.
I could hardly function at all yesterday. I couldn't find my favorite septicaliper.
Maybe someone borrowed it and simply neglected to return it.
Perhaps. I eventually found it in an adjacent receptacle. But who in their right mind puts a septicaliper in an octocaliper receptacle? Lunacy.
I wonder what will win the SNAF prize next year.
New and improved golem designs?
You make the same prediction every year.
And my odds of being correct continue to improve.
Another year, another SNAF prize.
I gave up on that dream long ago. It's the same story every year. Either Zosia's newest apprentice wins, or the Inquest steals it.
What on Tyria is that?
My ear.
Initiate the action.
Target reassignment. Hostile.
Tactical retreat. Tactical retreat.
Warning. Target escaping. Engage pursuit mode.
Need backup here. This can't be happening. Hostile contact.
Withdrawal mode recommended. Please comply.
Excelsior.
Operation successful.
Interesting.
Jubilation.
Are you currently looking for crew members with a background in Synergetics?
Not at the moment, but those types of positions tend to be very fluid. Check back later.
How does the Eternal Alchemy treat you this fine day?
Like a cog wedged into a broken tooth on the main flywheel.
You remember the great Golem uprising of '84?
How could I forget? I spent 2 days hanging by my ears from a signpost.
You should have known better than to ask for directions. They hate that.
I am absolutely positive someone is attempting to steal my research.
Has someone disturbed your experiments or stolen your notes?
No, but every morning my notepad is exactly 1 micrometer left of center.
That does sound suspicious.
So I said to him, those aren't alto stratus clouds, they're alto cumulus.
Was he even able to formulate a response?
He flung a bag of cloud seed at me, struck me between the ears. I was deaf for a week. I hate the open air. You know, my old crew once proposed placing a giant dome over the city.
I never heard about that project. What happened?
Our prototype crumbled while half the council was inside.
Synergen is actively recruiting crew members with a strong background in statics.
You're not the crew responsible for that reactor explosion, are you?
Absolutely not. Our safety record is well above average. Those reports of lab incinerations were exaggerated.